What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical, average American here today to react and learn about 10 of the most beautiful towns in Canada. So, like most Americans, I don't know anything about Canadian towns. You know, to be honest, I barely know the major Canadian cities. But if you ask me, in my opinion, towns, towns are where it's at. For my entire life, I have grown up in the United States, and I grew up in towns or small cities, just smaller areas, So I have a really fond sort of attachment for towns and small cities, small areas where life is a bit slower paced, and I just like that. That's how I grew up. So today, I thought it'd be really fun to take a look at some of the coolest, most desirable, most beautiful towns to live in Canada that I've never heard of before. So let's take a look.
Number 10. Lunenburg, Nova Scotia.
Ooh.
Lunenburg is one of those rare towns that feels like you've stepped into a storybook.
No kidding. Lunenburg, Nova Scotia. I don't know much about Nova Scotia at all. Lunenburg sounds like some kind of European city in Germany or something. Lunenburg. But no, it's in Canada. Who knew?
Only it's real, and people actually live there.
Wow.
Perched along the south shore of Nova Scotia, Lunenburg is a UNESCO World Heritage Site.
Oh my God, I love it already. I don't know a single thing about this town, but I love it. Look at it. I love all the forest and the nature, and things are a bit more spread out, and this is a beautiful town.
And once you lay eyes on its bright waterfront and rainbow-colored homes, you'll understand why.
Wow!
With a population of just around 2,400 people, this small town packs a huge punch in both history and charm.
Okay, 2,000. Oh my God, 2,000 people. That is, okay, to be honest, that's way smaller than any town I've lived in. That's really small. There must be like a wonderful sense of community now. Like everyone must know each other almost, right? Oh my, this is an amazing town. For being such a small town, look at the architecture as well.
It's not just old, it's preserved with purpose.
Yeah.
Over 70% of the original colonial buildings from the 18th and 19th centuries are still standing and in use today.
That is so freaking cool.
Living in Lunenburg means waking up to harbor views, sailboats gliding across the Atlantic, and the smell of fresh sea air.
Oh my God. This place is amazing. Yeah, I've never heard of this before, Lunenburg. The architecture, the old style buildings, being on the water like this, the harbor, some of these houses are yellow. What's going on here?
The town was built on shipbuilding, home to the famous Bluenose schooner, and the maritime culture is still alive and well.
Yeah.
Lobster season is basically a holiday here.
Oh.
You can snag a whole lobster dinner for under $30, and it'll taste like it came straight off the boat, because it did.
My God, that's an unexpected added benefit.
Real estate is surprisingly affordable for a place with this much visual and cultural value.
Really?
The average home price hovers around 360,000 Canadian dollars.
That's a lot of money, but from what I understand, that's like much lower than, I don't know what the national average home price is in Canada. I just know in some of the more populated areas of Canada, you guys got houses going for like $1 million, right? So to finally hear something in like the $300,000 range, like, I mean, 20, 30 years ago, that would have been kind of insane, but now that actually sounds like a good price.
Less than the national average of 703,500 Canadian dollars.
The Canada's national average home price is 700,000. My God, Uh, that might be another great reason to move to Lunenburg. Just 'cause the housing is less than half the cost of most houses.
As of early 2025.
Wow.
Plus, property taxes in Nova Scotia are lower than in many other provinces, giving your wallet some breathing room. But it's not just about aesthetics. Lunenburg is safe, with a crime rate roughly 47% lower than the national average.
Wow.
Locals are incredibly welcoming, often waving hello even if you're just passing through.
That's how you know. That's the memory I have as a kid driving around. Like, if you can drive through your neighborhood or somewhere random and someone waves to you, like a neighbor that you don't know is mowing their lawn and they like wave, that's how you know you've found a good place.
There's a sense of community here that's hard to describe, but impossible to forget.
Wow.
If you're someone who dreams of coastal living, historic streets, and a tight-knit, peaceful lifestyle, Lunenburg doesn't just check the boxes. It paints them in vivid colors.
What an amazing place. You know, Nova Scotia, that's really far to the east, right? It's kind of far away from stuff. If you're in this town, like you're really far from stuff, and there's only 2,000 people, and you definitely gotta be the kind of person who wants that kind of life to enjoy this, but you can't argue this is a gorgeous, very like lovely looking town. It seems wonderful.
Number 9, Mont Tremblant, Quebec.
Ooh, Quebec. I like that we're jumping around different parts of Canada. This is Mont Tremblant. Never heard of it before. You got the water, you got... What is this style of buildings? Are these apartments, or maybe it's like those attached houses you guys got, like in Europe and Canada, like attached stuff? This looks like European to me somehow.
Mont Tremblant is the kind of town that makes you believe in 4 seasons of magic.
Wow.
Whether it's winter snowflakes dusting the rooftops or summer breezes rustling through maple trees.
First of all, any great town has to have a bunch of trees. This checks that box. This also seems to have is that a ski slope? Like a giant hill for skiing? That's a plus.
This charming alpine town offers a year-round postcard life.
Oh my God.
Nestled in the Laurentian Mountains, about 130 kilometers northwest of Montreal, Mont Tremblant has a population of just under 10,000, but welcomes
10. Okay, we're starting to get up there finally. 2,000 is almost too small, where it's like, is there even a Walmart at that point? You gotta have a Walmart, you know. 10,000 people, you know, we're starting to get up there. Even, you know, you can even have 100,000 people, and that I would consider that a pretty small city or a town or something.
nearly 3 million visitors annually, and for good reason. It's home to the #1 ski resort in Eastern North America,
Oh, wow.
with 102 trails and a peak elevation of 875 meters.
That's a big
But
plus.
skiing is just the beginning. In the warmer months, locals enjoy kayaking on Lake Tremblant, mountain biking, or strolling through the vibrant European-style pedestrian village.
It is European! I'm not crazy. Does Quebec just have like a European influence on it? Maybe? I think it must. Because I've seen pictures of Quebec City, and that's real European looking. But it seems like a lot of Quebec, like even this town is.
And here's the kicker. Despite being a resort town, it's surprisingly livable.
Okay.
Average home prices sit around 480,000 Canadian dollars.
Oh my God, that's affordable? Canadians, my God. $480,000? That's considered affordable?
which is modest compared to Canada's big city markets.
Ooh.
For renters, one-bedroom units average around 1,300 Canadian dollars monthly, much cheaper than Montreal's $1,700. What
Oh my
truly
God.
sets Mont Tremblant apart is its bilingual, multicultural vibe.
Oh.
Most residents are fluent in both French and English, making
Ooh.
it easy for newcomers to fit in. Plus,
Wait a minute. If you're in Quebec, aren't you expected to speak French? Don't most people in Quebec speak French though?
Quebec offers
Like that's the default language, I thought.
some of the lowest daycare and healthcare costs in the country, massive perks for young families and retirees alike.
Very nice.
Mont Tremblant's safety rating is stellar, with crime rates about 30% below the national average.
Nice.
And for outdoor lovers, you're literally surrounded by Parc National du Mont Tremblant.
The park here, the forest is beautiful. I would expect for most towns, crime is just lower in smaller areas. That's just how it works. There's less people.
Which spans a jaw-dropping 1,510 square kilometers of wilderness.
Oh my God.
Imagine starting your day with a trail hike and ending it with wine by a crackling fireplace.
Oh.
Yes, it's that dreamy.
Okay.
From world-class skiing and cozy bakeries to friendly neighbors and scenic tranquility,
Yeah.
Mont Tremblant proves that resort life isn't just for tourists. It can be home too. Number 8,
Wow.
Tobermory, Ontario.
Tobermory. What a name. Never heard of it. Tobermory. Man, this has a river too. Like all these places have like beautiful bodies of water. That's like a hack. That's like a cheat code to have like a beautiful town. Just be by water.
Tobermory is Ontario's best kept secret, but we're letting the secret out because this little harbor town is straight up magical.
Is this the entire town? It's kind of built around this harbor. This looks like a very small town, but it's beautiful. You could have like a boat. I'm just starting to think like there are so many cool perks to being in a place like this. You have a boat. It's never busy. You don't have to wait in line for stuff.
Perched at the northern tip of the Bruce Peninsula, Tobermory is often called the scuba diving capital of Canada. And no
What?
wonder, its crystal clear turquoise waters rival those in the Caribbean.
This is beautiful.
Seriously, you can see shipwrecks from the surface? This is where Georgian Bay and Lake Huron meet, and the result is nothing short of a natural wonderland.
It is.
With a tiny
I mean, this is insane. There are so many amazing views in Canada. I think a lot of Americans don't realize. This is incredible.
With a tiny year-round population of about 2,000, Tobermory
It's one of those 2,000 population. Again, that's really small.
swells during summer as nature lovers and photographers flock to nearby Bruce Peninsula National Park
Oh, wow,
and
there's
Fathom 5 Marine Park.
A cruise
But
ship.
even as a seasonal hotspot, Tobermory retains a laid-back, tight-knit vibe.
Wow.
If you're the kind of person who loves small-town peace with front-row seats to some of Canada's most epic scenery, this is your place. Housing here
That's
is a
nice.
bit of a mixed bag. While
Whoa, I think they mentioned this. There's a sunken ship. This town has a sunken ship, for crying out loud.
cottages can fetch over 600,000 Canadian dollars, especially near the water, more modest inland homes average around 420,000 Canadian dollars.
Cottages? You guys got cottages? Is that normal in Canada? Cottages? 600,000? That's not your main house. How are you getting a house if it's like 400 or 700,000? How are you also having a cottage that's 600? What? Who are all these Canadians with all this stuff?
That's still well below Toronto's dizzying 1.1 million average. And because it's
Oh.
remote, Tobermory has one secret weapon: affordable taxes. Property taxes here average just 0.65%, way lower than in many larger Ontario cities.
Okay.
You'll find charming diners, cozy inns, and even glass-bottom boat tours.
It is very cozy.
But don't expect high-rise condos or big-box stores. That's the
fine.
beauty of it.
That's the thing. Okay. For me, there's a sweet spot. There's a sweet spot in how big your town or city should be. It needs to be small enough so there's not a ton of traffic, you're not waiting for stuff all the time, but it needs to be big enough so that there's stuff to do. You know what I mean? And there's got to be like all the stores like Walmart and Targets and stuff. There's got to be enough stuff, but not a ton of people. It's a very particular, I don't know what the perfect number is. I feel like it's around 50,000 to 100,000 people. So this town might be a little small.
It's serene, it's scenic, and it forces you to slow down in the best way possible. Internet is improving too, with rural broadband projects bringing better service each.
See, that's what I'm talking about. If you have to worry about your internet coverage, that's not a good thing. Even if you have a beautiful sunken ship in your backyard.
Year. So digital nomads don't rule it out. Between the untouched nature, clear waters, and warm community,
Wow.
Tobermory feels like a Canadian coastal paradise
It
frozen
does.
in time.
It does.
Honestly, that's exactly what makes it perfect.
This is a very cool
Number
place.
7, Elora, Ontario.
Elora. Okay.
Elora is the kind of town that artists dream about, and Instagram was basically made for. Just 25 minutes from Guelph and 90 minutes from Toronto, this
Oh.
small Ontario gem has become a magnet for creatives, nature lovers, and retirees seeking beauty and charm without the big city noise.
Wow.
With a population of around 8,000,
Okay.
Elora punches way above its weight in the charm department.
Pretty small.
Crown jewel? Elora Gorge, a breathtaking 22-meter deep gorge
Ooh.
carved by the Grand River, complete with rushing rapids, limestone cliffs, and dreamy swimming holes.
I'm going to be honest. The buildings that they're showing here, not particularly beautiful. I think they need some more drone shots or something to show off this town. But the gorge and the water is beautiful. It's just like, why are they showing us this? This is not a particularly attractive little video clip here.
Living in Elora feels like stepping into a European fairy tale.
There we go.
The downtown core is filled with 19th century
There we
stone
go.
buildings
That's
that
better.
now house galleries, artisan boutiques,
Okay, this is better. Okay, all right. I knew it. I knew it was getting sold short.
cozy cafes, and farm-to-table restaurants. And yes, there's even a renowned spa in a restored 1800s mill.
A spa in a mill, and there's a dam.
Average home prices hover around 750,000 Canadian dollars, but you can still find townhomes and fixer-uppers in the $500,000 range if you're quick.
You know, okay, yeah, I'm learning a lot about the Canadian real estate market today. 500,000 is like you gotta scoop that up quick.
Renting a one-bedroom costs about 1,600 Canadian dollars, higher than
Jeez.
some rural towns, but the scenery and lifestyle totally justify it. Despite its artistic vibe, Elora is surprisingly family-friendly. Schools are well-rated, and there are festivals year-round, from the Elora Festival, a big deal in Canada's classical music scene,
Oh,
to quirky river tubing days that bring the whole community out.
that's why you go to a small town for the quirky river tubing. That's that's the kind of thing you only get in like smaller towns. I love that.
Crime, practically non-existent.
Ooh.
The town has a crime rate nearly 45% lower than the provincial average. And if
Very
you're into
nice.
hiking, cycling, or just sipping wine by a riverside patio, Elora is your paradise.
All
The
right.
town blends natural wonders with artistic soul and small-town hospitality. Whether you're starting a family, retiring, or just
Very
chasing
nice.
beauty, Elora doesn't whisper, "Stay." It sings it from the gorge walls with a full symphony.
I love it.
Number 6, Jasper, Alberta.
Jasper. Is this Jasper National Park in Canada?
Jasper isn't just a town, it's a full-blown experience, nestled deep in the heart of Jasper National Park.
This okay, I've heard of this one. Okay. This is finally one that I've heard of. Jasper National Park. Within that is a small town named Jasper. Right. Okay.
A UNESCO World Heritage Site.
Man, talk about a cool place to live. There must be so many tourists that come in, though.
With fewer
So many annoying American tourists.
than 5,000 residents, this Rocky Mountain gem feels remote yet alive,
Yeah.
wild yet warm.
Wow.
Imagine walking out your door and spotting elk, mountain goats, or even a moose just
I don't know if I'd like that. I don't know if I like this. I don't know if I want this guy staring at me when I walk out of my house. Be like, oh God. All right, you can move away now. And they're just standing there, staring.
strolling past like it owns the sidewalk. That's daily life in Jasper.
That is
And
cool.
the scenery?
Oh my God! Now this is ridiculous. This looks like a screensaver on a computer, like, you know, one of those pictures on the background of your computer. This looks fake. That's how when you know it's beautiful, like on another level, when it looks fake. I can't even imagine living by this.
Think glaciers, alpine lakes, and snow-capped peaks that feel straight out of a fantasy film.
Yeah.
Adventure is woven into the town's DNA. Moline Lake, just 45 minutes from downtown, offers iconic boat cruises, while the nearby SkyTram lifts you 2,277 meters up for jaw-dropping views.
You can go up the mountain and explore the lakes and the park and I'm surprised this isn't... What's the population? I would think this is a pretty popular place.
And come winter, Marmot Basin offers 91 ski runs without the big crowds found in Banff. Yet despite its popularity, Jasper has managed to retain a down-to-earth community spirit. Locals wave at each other. Everyone knows your name at the grocery store.
Oh.
The housing...
What? How do they know that? I know they're trying to talk about everything cool about Jasper. How do they know that who does what at the grocery store?
market, surprisingly moderate for such a scenic hotspot. Average home prices hover around 550,000 Canadian dollars.
Okay.
Significantly less than other alpine towns like Banff, where homes can reach $1 million. Rentals can be tight due to park regulations, but you can find cozy units for about 1,400 Canadian dollars a month.
Okay.
Jasper also boasts a safe, family-friendly environment with low crime and excellent air quality. Thanks to its pristine location, the town's economy thrives on ecotourism, park employment, and local businesses.
That's the only drawback. This is clearly one of the most beautiful towns you can live in Canada. Jasper National Park right there. The slopes, the mountains, it's got everything. It's insane. The only question is, like, how bad is the tourism? Would that get annoying?
Making it a great place for entrepreneurs and remote workers alike.
Oh,
But the best part?
okay.
The stillness. The stars in Jasper are unlike anywhere else. It's actually a designated dark sky preserve. If you're looking for a small town where nature, adventure, and soul-stirring quiet collide, Jasper doesn't just deliver. It elevates life to a higher altitude.
That's really
Number
cool.
5.
That's cool.
Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island.
Charlottetown. Prince Edward Island. I don't know much about that place either, but Charlottetown, I don't know if I've heard, is it possible I've heard of that? I don't know. That's just one of those names that sounds familiar, like any place could have a Charlottetown.
Charlottetown is Canada's cradle of Confederation, but don't let the history fool you. This town is buzzing with modern charm, warm hospitality,
Ooh.
and East Coast energy.
I like the size of this town.
Sitting pretty on Prince Edward Island's southern coast.
And we're on Prince Edward Island, so that's pretty isolated. I mean, it's literally an island, right? So, but the home prices must be lower. Okay.
Charlottetown is the province's capital, yet it feels
That's what it is. That's what it is. That's why I've heard of it. It's the capital of Prince Edward Island. I was like, why have I heard the name before?
more like a charming seaside village with big heart energy. With
Okay.
a population of just over 38,000,
Nice.
it's the perfect size.
Nice.
Large enough to have amenities, but small enough that you'll bump into familiar faces at the farmer's market.
I think that is a great size for a town. This has a lot of promise.
Historic brick buildings, colorful waterfronts, and tree-lined streets make every stroll feel special. But it's not all about looks. Charlottetown is surprisingly affordable.
Really?
The average home price in early 2025 is around 360,000 Canadian dollars.
Okay.
While rent for a one-bedroom apartment averages about 1,100 Canadian dollars.
Okay.
That's a steal compared to Halifax or
Okay.
Toronto. Plus,
Wow. There's entire cruise ships that come here?
property taxes in PEI are among the lowest in the country. Job-wise, Charlottetown is growing fast in sectors like healthcare, education, and IT.
Cool.
It's also a haven for entrepreneurs, thanks to local grants and a supportive small business ecosystem.
okay.
And let's talk food. PEI is
Okay.
world famous for mussels, oysters, and lobster, and
I'm not a big seafood connoisseur. I don't eat a lot of seafood. So that is not an attraction to me. These slimy, disgusting shellfish.
you'll find all of it fresh and affordable in town. This place is incredibly safe, with crime rates nearly 40% below the national average,
Good.
making it perfect for families and retirees alike.
Very good.
And if you're into festivals, you'll love it here.
Oh,
From
festivals.
the Cavendish Beach Music Festival to the Charlottetown Festival featuring Anne of Green Gables, there's always
Anne of Green Gables. Isn't she from Prince Edward Island or something? That's right. That's what's cool about these big, the towns that are a little bigger, not 2,000 people, but like 30,000, 40,000, 50,000 people. You start getting these cool like events and stuff, and but it still feels small. It's good.
something to celebrate. What seals the deal? The island lifestyle. Endless beaches, red sand cliffs, scenic bike trails,
Right.
and those iconic rolling green hills. It's like living inside a watercolor painting. For anyone dreaming of coastal living without
Wow. Yeah, I don't know what it would be like to live on an island, or you probably see water a lot.
breaking the bank, Charlottetown checks every box, and then adds lobster. Number 4, Estrie, Quebec.
Oh, Estrie, Quebec. This looks almost too small. This is like if you if you want to go to that church and you want to know all 150 people in the town. This looks very small. It's beautiful. Don't get me wrong, but this is for a certain. You have to be a certain kind of person to want this sort of small. So this slow paced, this small of a community.
Estrie is the kind of place that doesn't shout for your attention. It quietly seduces you with rolling hills, picturesque villages,
It's beautiful.
and vineyards that feel like they've been plucked from rural France.
Oh, vineyards.
Nestled in southeastern Quebec, just east of Montreal, Estrie is also known
Okay.
as the Eastern Townships. A region, yes, but home to dozens of cozy, charming small towns like Magog, Sutton, and Knowlton that together create an irresistible lifestyle package. Let's talk
Cool.
setting first. Think serene lakes like Memphremagog, forested mountains, perfect
It's a beautiful town. Everything's really spread out. Lots of trees. It is beautiful.
for hiking and skiing, and fall foliage that will make your jaw drop. It's basically Quebec's answer to Vermont, but with more cheese, better wine, and beautiful French flair.
Oh, more cheese? Why didn't you say so? There's more cheese.
Average home prices across Estrie hover around 375,000 Canadian dollars.
Okay.
Though you can find cottages and country homes under $300,000.
Right, and apparently we're living in a world where 370,000 is a bargain, right?
Especially outside tourist hotspots. Despite its pastoral vibe, Estrie isn't sleepy. The region has a vibrant cultural scene with music festivals, artisan markets, and a thriving farm-to-table food movement.
Cool.
Want local goat cheese or maple syrup tapped from the tree next door?
Sure.
You got it. And speaking French
Okay.
here isn't just appreciated, it's embraced.
Yeah.
But English speakers are also welcomed with open arms.
I don't know why if you're moving to Quebec, you should speak French, right?
Particularly in towns like Lennoxville. Rent is incredibly affordable. $900 to $1,200 Canadian dollars a month gets you a cozy apartment with mountain views.
Under
And
1,000.
because Estrie isn't a major metro hub, traffic is basically non-existent. The healthcare
Yes.
system is excellent.
Yes! That's all you had to say. That's all you had to say. There's cheese and not a lot of traffic.
And you'll find community clinics and small hospitals spread across the region.
Okay.
Estrie also ranks among the safest areas in Quebec, with crime rates nearly 50% below the national average.
Good.
Whether you're into
Very
skiing
good.
in Orford, wine tasting in Dunham, or simply soaking in lakefront serenity,
A lot of these Canadian towns seem to have skiing. Like, is that just the ones they've chosen, or is there a lot more skiing than I realized in Canada?
Estrie offers the perfect mix of affordability, tranquility, and irresistible charm.
Wow.
Number 3, Tofino, British
Tofino.
Columbia. Tofino isn't just a town, it's a lifestyle carved out of the wild, wind-swept coast of Vancouver Island.
Oh.
With just over
Is this on Vancouver Island?
2,000 year-round residents, Tofino feels like
2,000 people on Vancouver Island. This is almost like Prince Edward Island on the west coast. This looks insane. Like, what is this picture? It looks like Hawaii without the palm trees.
a hidden sanctuary at the edge of the world. Think dramatic beaches, temperate rainforests, misty mornings, and sunsets that could make you cry.
Wow.
It's remote,
Oh my God.
rugged, and ridiculously beautiful.
Okay, can you get a house like that built on a cliff in the forest? That's pretty cool.
Despite its size, Tofino punches way above its weight in culture and culinary talent.
Okay.
It's a surfer's haven, a foodie hotspot, and a retreat for artists and free spirits.
Surfing.
You can go from catching waves on Chesterman Beach
Wow, look at this. This really does remind me of Hawaii. I've been to Hawaii once. I've been there. I didn't know there were places like this in Canada.
to savoring wild salmon sushi or cedar smoked oysters, all in one afternoon. The housing market here is intense due to high demand and limited space.
Yeah.
The average home price has soared to around 1.1 million Canadian dollars.
Oh, for crying out loud. Like, that kind of ruins it for me. Okay, sure. Show me the beautiful town that there's no possible way I would ever in my whole life be able to move to or do anything because it's $1 million for a house. Like, what is that?
Especially near the waterfront. Rentals are scarce, and a one-bedroom often goes for $1,800 to $2,200 Canadian dollars, if you can find one. But many locals opt for creative living arrangements.
Wow. But this is what you get for $1 million if you can do it. That's really cool. Yeah, I think a lot of Americans, like, we wouldn't even, if you showed this picture to us, there's no way I would have guessed it's Canada.
Tiny homes, cabins, or shared spaces to stay close to nature.
Wow.
Tourism drives much of the economy, but more remote work options are bringing professionals looking to trade cubicles for crashing waves.
Okay.
Plus, the town has invested in expanding internet infrastructure. So yes, you can
Good.
Zoom call from paradise.
Cool.
Tofino
Cool. They're expanding the internet. They're finally getting internet. They can finally watch Tyler Bucket in Tofino, British Columbia.
is also part of the Clayoquot Sound Biosphere Reserve, a UNESCO designated region, which means nature and sustainability are everything. Locals
Cool.
live in harmony with the land, and community spirit runs deep.
This is amazing. I mean, this is beautiful. Like, what can you say? This is maybe one of the most beautiful on this entire list.
Seals the deal? Hot springs, storm watching, ancient forests, whale sightings, and endless trails.
Oh my
If you're
God.
craving a raw, rejuvenating lifestyle in a close-knit town that feels a million miles from chaos, Tofino doesn't just call, you'll hear it in your soul.
What a pitch.
Number 2, Canmore, Alberta.
Wow, look at the mountains. Canmore, Alberta. Okay.
Canmore is Banff's cool, laid-back cousin.
Oh my God, look at this. That is so cool how there are places like Banff but aren't as well known. I've never heard of Canmore, so maybe you can actually live here. This is insane. Those mountains are insane. I can't believe people actually see this every day.
Offering the same Rocky Mountain views without the tourist crowds or sky-high price tags. Located just 20 minutes from Banff National Park and
Oh.
an hour west of Calgary, Canmore is a thriving alpine town where
And it's by Calgary, and it's by Banff National Park. I can see why this is number 2 on the list. You're close to a lot of amazing stuff, and you're in this town that's a little less well known, but with all the perks.
mountain living meets urban convenience. With a population of around 15,000, it's
Wow.
big enough to have amenities, but small enough to feel like home.
Wow!
Surrounded by peaks like Ha Ling and the Three Sisters,
This might be my favorite so far. Me personally.
Canmore is a dream for hikers, bikers, and skiers. The town boasts over 70 kilometers of walking trails and world-class access to climbing routes, backcountry skiing, and national
Cool.
parks.
Oh, that's
Plus,
so cool.
The Bow River winds right through town, adding waterfront charm to the mountain vibe.
So cool.
Canmore's real estate has surged, but it's still slightly more affordable than Banff. The average home now sells for around 850,000 Canadian dollars, with condos
What they say, 800?
now sells for around 850,000
800. I mean, it's not a million. It's just 800,000.
Canadian dollars, with condos going for 500,000 to 600,000 Canadian
Oh
dollars.
my God.
Renting a one-bedroom apartment averages around 1,600 to 1,800 Canadian dollars per month.
That's tough.
Unlike Banff, Canmore isn't restricted by Parks Canada regulations, so there's more flexibility in homeownership and business.
Oh.
The economy is strong, fueled by tourism, construction, and a growing number of remote professionals.
Wow.
Plus, Alberta has no provincial sales tax, which makes a noticeable difference in cost of living.
There's no sales tax? For the province, that's like if a state had no sales tax. Oh, wow.
Canmore also scores high on livability. It's incredibly safe, clean, and community-oriented.
Look at this place. This is incredible. I really like this.
There's a thriving art scene, local breweries, yoga studios, and organic markets that give it a youthful, outdoorsy pulse.
Yoga.
If you want all the beauty of the Rockies, but with fewer rules, more room to grow, and a true sense of community, Canmore might be the mountain town that fits just right. Number 1, Banff, Alberta.
Number 1 on the list, Banff. Right. I think of Banff National Park, like Jasper National Park. Within the parks, there's actually towns. A town called Banff. Oh my God, and look at this.
Banff is like living in a painting. Only the painting moves, breathes,
Dude, all right. You win. All right, Banff, you win. You win. Look at this. But isn't this place, this is famous, right? Isn't there like 1 million people living here?
and glows in shades you never thought real. Tucked inside Banff National Park, this legendary town of just 8,000 residents is one of Canada's most iconic alpine destinations.
There's only 8,000 people? How is that possible? They must get a lot of tourists, but only 8,000. It must cost a fortune to live here, I gotta say. Because look at what you get. This doesn't even look like the same planet that I'm living on.
Picture towering peaks, glacial lakes, elk wandering down the street,
Oh.
and a main avenue lined with cozy shops, buzzing restaurants, and galleries. Banff is truly a four-season dream. In
What
summer,
the-
you can paddle Lake Minnewanka or hike up Tunnel Mountain. Come winter, you've got world-class skiing at Norquay, Sunshine, and Lake Louise.
That's cool.
All within 30 minutes.
That's
But
really
Banff
cool.
isn't just for visitors. It's a lifestyle centered around nature, wellness, and beauty.
Okay.
Living in Banff comes with some quirks. Because it's inside a national park, you need to work or have a specific leasehold to live here, and housing is limited.
There's rules. There's rules like an HOA. You have to have certain qualifications to live here. Wow, I've never heard of that.
Average home prices are around 950,000 Canadian dollars,
Nah, I'm surprised it's not higher.
with condos hovering between 500,000 to 700,000 Canadian dollars.
Wow.
Rent for a one-bedroom averages 1,800 to 2,200 Canadian dollars.
Jeez.
And yes, competition is fierce, but those who call Banff home swear it's worth it. The town is incredibly safe, with crime rates
I mean, obviously, if you live in Banff, the town, you've done well. This is cool, like beyond cool. It's kind of ridiculous.
nearly 60% below the national average, and it offers excellent healthcare, schools, and a bustling community scene for its size.
Nice.
Banff also has a thriving arts and events calendar, including the Banff Center for Arts and Creativity, and some of the best coffee shops and bistros in the Rockies.
Oh,
Banff offers more than stunning views. It offers a slower, more intentional way of life.
really?
Whether you're sipping coffee
I'm surprised. I thought this would be like bigger and more busy and maybe even annoying, but no. They make it sound very pleasant.
under a mountain sunrise or snowshoeing through silent forests, Banff invites you to reconnect with nature and yourself.
Oh.
It's not just beautiful, it's soul refreshing.
Oh my god. All right. Oh, is that it? All right.
If you are
Let's pause it here. And there we have it. 10 of the most beautiful towns to live in Canada. This did not disappoint. This exceeded all of my expectations. I didn't know much of anything about towns in Canada. I know these are some of the best. And Canada has some pretty freaking incredible towns that you can live in. A lot of different sizes. The cost could be prohibitive in a lot of cases, but putting that aside, this was a ton of fun. Like, I did not know there were Canadian towns that look like this. This was really cool. So anyway, I enjoyed this. If you enjoyed this, feel free to give this video a like or leave a comment with your thoughts on any of these Canadian towns or any other Canadian towns you thought deserved to be on this list, or if you've ever been to these places, if you live in any of these towns, please feel free to leave a comment. And if you're interested in more videos like this, me reacting to Canada and seeing Canadian things I've never seen before, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching, and see you next time.